I believe that there is other intelligent life in the universe, but I don't believe it because I think we've seen it. I believe it because I think it is statistically impossible to rule out that there could be other intelligent life in the universe. Just the fact that we exist make it too statistically probable that another intelligent life form exists. And if you just look at if you just look on our planet, we have other intelligent life on our planet, right? You have monkeys, you have dolphins, you have different creatures that would classify as intelligent life. So to think that there isn't other intelligent life in the universe is just statistically improbable. There must be. Now, whether that means that we've seen them or that they visited us in UFOs or that they look like little green men, I can't say that that's true or false. But I do believe that there must be intelligent life out there. That position that I have is one of the reasons that when I was invited to be part of this investigation, I was very eager to say yes. Because if I get a chance to participate in the investigation firsthand, then I know I can trust my own data more than I have to trust anything somebody else tells me in the future.
Yeah, so you're not, point being, you want to see things that are definitive, and you tend to think that a lot of the folklore stories we've gotten kind of aren't it because there's holes in the story, they don't make sense, whatever. And so now when these guys approached you, they're like, well, we want you to come poke the holes in those stories and see if there's actually something legit. So first of all, how long were you filming this?
So we were on the road actively investigating for 3 months.
So on the road, you guys were going a bunch of other places too, no?
Correct. So our mission was to do 2 things. First, to research and identify hotspots around the United States that had similar histories, similar reportings, similar suspicion to Skinwalker Ranch. That was part 1 of the mission. Mission number 2 was to actually visit these locations and execute some of the same scientific studies that had been done at Skinwalker Ranch to see if we could replicate similar, if not the same results at these other locations. So now we're trying to both find locations of strangeness and then also execute like demonstrative scientific method experiments to see if we can collect hard data, measurable data that corroborates what they've done at Skinwalker Ranch. It's very different. You're exactly right. I'm the kind of person who doesn't like listening to stories and hearing tales about firsthand accounts and what people have seen. Do I believe that they believe that? Sure. But that doesn't mean that it actually happened. I am a much bigger fan of some kind of scientific effort that can be recreated. So if I go somewhere and I take the temperature and the temperature says 87 degrees, when I come to you, I can say, Julian, it's 87 degrees down the street, 2 left-hand turns and stand at the intersection of Wasatch and Maine, right? And then you can take the same thermostat or the same thermometer and you can go down there right now and you can test it for yourself and you can come back and say, well, actually I got 86 degrees, Andy, but we're pretty close. I'm a much bigger fan of hard data rather than I come back from the street and say, hey, Julian, it's hot as balls out there. And you go out there and you're like, well, I didn't think it was too uncomfortable, right? And that's what was so exciting about this opportunity. We're carrying out investigative experiments. We're using radiation detectors. We're using tools that measure radio signals in the atmosphere. We're using tools that are measuring energy in the soil, energy in the sky. We're listening to different wavelengths. We're launching rockets. We're setting off explosions. We're digging in the ground. Like we're doing active investigations to try to collect data to see if the data we collect matches what they have on Skinwalker Ranch.
Freedom! So fresh on me. Freedom!